Once Human just got its brand new update, which includes an additional hotfix. We might have an additional merch update sometime soon here, which leads us on to some upcoming events, a Q&A with developers that answer the most asked questions, as well as a whole bunch more. What's up world, it's Utopia back in with another video today. We're checking out all things Once Human. So yes, we did get that brand new update, which was the major update 1.4.3. I basically covered everything with that new update, the new trading hubs, the permanent servers. We had a few additional things tied in with that, but now we finally did get the new look of the traders market, and I do showcase a little bit of footage here running through all of that, where it is in the exact coordinates that I've pointed out before, and it is designated on your map with an icon. It's actually a pretty nice area overall. It has some really cool aesthetics with it, even below ground and also above ground too. There's also a souvenir shop, and there is a guide at the very top who you can speak to, which will explain exactly the ins and outs of the trading hub and essentially how you can make your mark there. You can also place down your vending machines on any of these square blocks. Now my server isn't the most populated right now, so unfortunately not a lot of vending machines there, as you can tell. Might be looking to use my exit cards sometime soon, but overall fairly decent. Speaking of exit cards and new scenarios, and just servers in general, I did notice upon checking newer servers and looking around that Way of Winter and Manibus still offer scenarios without the Lunar Oracle tied to it. I believe at one point they said that Lunar Oracle will be tied to every single scenario posted after a certain point, but as of right now, you can still access scenarios without any Visional Wheel on it. So if you didn't want the new Phase 3 of the Visional Wheel, or just it in general, or anything to do with Lunar Oracle, both the Way of Winter and the Manibus servers do actually offer that. If you want to know which ones to go for, look for them. They look like this without the tag there, and they won't have essentially the red icon on the right. Now we did have that Q&A with the developers, where they do answer some major questions here. So the first question here goes, personally, I want to be able to hop back on my teammate's bike when I don't feel like driving around. The answer here is saying that's a great idea and that they are looking into it, so we might be getting passenger bikes sometime soon. Of course, you can use the regular vehicles, the truck, or even Jeep or SUV if you want to call it. As of right now, though, those are the only vehicles that you can pair with another player. The next question here is, when are we getting a dye system for all outfits, or a way to dye all outfits any color they want? They actually do mention here that the dynamic dye system is being made now, and that to stay tuned for updates. I've had this comment nearly on every video that I publish about a dye system. Looks like you are going to be able to finally dye your outfits and change their colors. If I get any updates or hear any word on that, I will bring that to you as soon as possible. For question 3 here, they said, how's the timeline looking for custom servers? And they do mention that they're working hard to launch it in the first half of 2025. So before June 2025, we should see custom servers come out. They have been working on that, so I assume that they will launch sometime soon. We've gotten several updates there on that, so it does seem like that's coming along very nicely. For question 4 and the last one here, they say, are we going to get an option to upgrade collected deviations? I have way too many I don't want to drop. They said they're developing a deviation fusion system which aims to launch in the first half of 2025 as well. But they do mention that will be at the earliest state. So we might see that before June 2025, or that might come a little bit later. But at least you're able to collect deviations. Obviously, you can also store them in your Eternaland. You can make deviation crates to put those in. That way you can keep extra. Do be wary though, I've seen people try to store a lot of them, or basically have a ton in there, and eventually it will delete some, as you will run out of inventory space. However, this person had like 50 or 60 crates worth of deviations. Yeah, eventually you're going to run out of space there, so do be wary on that. Now, we did have a brand new March 14th hotfix, where the first one here is for vehicles. There was an occasional issue where summon vehicles would shake. Have had mine kind of like teeter a bit. Yeah, shaking definitely seems like an issue as well. Additional building fixes here, an issue with Fence Iron Gap Spring Bloom. In the Fence Gate Iron Gap Spring Bloom, those would essentially sink into the ground. If you did have any issues with fences, those should work better as of now. I do believe fences were kind of a late addition, at least to these structures, so they are getting those in tune. For world fixes, there was a bug where temperature control towers in the snow neutral camp would sometimes disappear. So a Way of Winter fix there. There was also an occasional display issue with certain game mode entrances and interactions. Seems like that might have tied to specific events. They don't really label that one here. Weapons also saw a change or fix here where some weapons couldn't be dismantled for blueprints in the open world, so now you should be able to retain those. and there was a marketplace fix for vending machines in the Reaper's Market, which would sometimes be invisible from certain angles. So of course, a fix for the new trading hubs. I do believe Reaper's Market actually pertains to the Way of Winter one specifically, although this is a translation, as NA, EU, other regions do not have this patch notes on there right now. This is only on the China version of the website. Moving on though, we actually have some pretty cool stuff here. This was tweeted a long time ago, but they've also re-referenced this. They also did showcase on the live stream they did fairly recently. This is for the Once Human merch, it looks like, and a plushie. Again, we're not sure if this is a custom plushie or if this is something that we're going to see on the merch shop. I do believe it should be coming sometime soon. The devs and community managers, I also believe, are supposed to be sending me some of this merch, at least when it does officially launch. Again, they've sent out surveys for it, and those were very public, but they also did nicely ask if I wanted anything, which I thought was so cool of them and so very generous. So if I ever do receive any of this merch, I will 100% showcase that to you guys. That way you can make a purchase decision on that. I'm actually super hyped about that. I'm so happy that they were so generous to me. Again, I'll let you guys know on a merch update and showcase some of the merch if I do receive that. Speaking of merch and the store, of course, we did get the brand new Lightforge loot crate that just dropped. That's now on the store, and you can go access that. And then if you want to obtain those rewards there. But they are actually having a spring sale along with this. Now, currently, there is a 40% off deal with the Double Agent theme pack. That is on Steam and the official top-up center. There's also a 24% bonus for Christogen, and additionally, if you use the top-up center, you actually do get some extra change here. Not a crazy ton amount of Christogen here, but it is a bit of a bonus. So I will provide that link, which is basically NetEase's platform itself. I believe they give you a little bit of a bonus there, as Steam doesn't take their cut of things. Most platforms do that, even Epic Games, if you buy from them directly, will give you a bit of a bonus or even a sale. Next up here, we have a tweet going over that Nalcont Aesthetics Unlock Part 3. Obviously, the last event for the Nutcrackers has been gone since then, and we were still in Part 2 for quite some time. Looks like we might be getting Part 3 here soon, and hopefully they do change up the deviation, as other commenters have pointed out, or even like a Party Monkey, as this person has pointed out. Although not really a utilized deviation, they sometimes can be hard to get and more of the rare ones. So hopefully we do see that event sometime soon. For some last minute mentionables here, we had 2 events. This first one is another Wikipedia challenge, where you can win a Heatstorm cosmetic, and they ask what creature does the Narwhal evolve from, and they want you to reply to this tweet post, where the event period is from March 14th to 17th. They don't have a time though, so get those in sooner than later. The next one here is the Winter Serenade. Frame the moment, share your epic battle, where one lucky meta will win the Winter Serenade on March 21st. Just gotta capture a screenshot from the PC or mobile test, and showcase an epic battle against Deviants or clash with yourself in the Lunar Spawn. Again, another Twitter post here that you can share that to. For this last minute mentionable, it is from the community. This person posted they wanted an edition of the grand piano from the Sai Silo as a territory furniture, which yes, since that posting they have added this as a cosmetic for your furniture. As I said, the model already existed in game and was part of that silo. They just wanted it to be used in their own territory, and the devs were quick to answer on that and did add it as a territory furniture, which I think is pretty cool that devs are still checking the NA/EU and other regions feedback, not just their own. Overall, it should about cover for today's video. If you like and subscribe, and until the next one, deuces!